Hello and welcome. Today I want to share a flip through of one of these cute little junk journals. I have three, as you can see, and they each have a different title, but inside they're almost exactly the same as I do when I make multiples of journals. I make the insides almost exactly the same. So I'm going to just flip through one quickly. These are undecorated. They have a lot of different interesting papers. They each, as I said, came from a different, they each have a different title, sorry. And these books, from what I can find from the author's website, were published in the 1880s, so they really are old. The book pages are pretty brittle. So if you get one of these, you just have to be careful. They tear very easily. But I made one of these for myself with almost all the book pages from one of these books, and I've been using paints and all kinds of wet products on it too, so it's not that fragile. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So each little book was from the library, Columbus, New Mexico. They each have this on the inside, and I just really didn't want to cover that up because it's so darn cute. This one is called Learning to Read. This one is called, oops, I didn't want to take this off, Museum. This one is called Experiments, and they come with obviously this little fabric closure that I sewed. And let's see, let's go through it. So each has 3 signatures. Each signature starts with a nice kind of a heavier, pretty paper that I had, and it has a little fabric pocket made from some cotton muslin. And I know that's cotton muslin because it said so on the on the fabric. Otherwise, I'm kind of clueless about fabrics. So each signature contains a set of the pages from the book, and I included the illustrations and the title of the book. So it's Learning to Read, and I reinforced it with the washi tape because they were, like I said, pretty fragile. These books don't have a lot of illustrations. I think they had one more that I didn't use, and I will include that in a couple of extra pages with each book that is purchased. So I just have a variety of pages, and I'm going to flip through kind of quickly because it's undecorated. I left it that way so someone can junk journal on their own and and make it their own. I felt like with these books it was better to do it that way. I don't know, it's a feeling that I have when I make a junk journal, decisions that I make. So I hope I'm not going through this too quickly. I have a little clip that I attached there just because I think it goes with this journal. There's the end of the first signature and the second one. This is some paintable wallpaper that I have. I love the texture of it. It's really cool. Here's another book page from that particular book. This is some vellum that I printed off of my eco prints, and I love the way that turned out, so I wanted to use it in one of my journals. And some dyed paper. I actually have those in my Etsy shop. I sound like a commercial. If you're interested, the link to my Etsy shop will be below, so you can look that up. And the dictionary pages, some painty pages, some decorative pages, some old ledger pages. Just like I said, a big variety of paper. It's from an old book on English British cathedrals. I did include some of my original eco prints. And this is just the backs of those pages. There's the illustration from the book. It says Rollo asleep in the arbor. And it's the illustrations are kind of attached to another page, so I left it that way. Put some washi in there to reinforce it. This is the third signature, and it's really set up the same way. Some an old Edith Holden book page. Some from a shorthand book, map, some Braille paper, another eco-printed index card, I should say, and these are tea-dyed papers I made with stencils. And since this was a library book at one time, I thought it'd be cute to have a library pocket. And so that's the end of that. One thing I wanted to mention, two things. I added a piece of very sturdy, I don't know if you call it cardboard, or you can see this is what I used, how hard it is. I wanted to add that into the spine to make sure, you know, that it was secure. It's very sturdy. It's not going to fall apart. Although on the one I made for myself, I didn't even use that, and it's fine. But I wanted to point out as well that this one, which is the Experiments, is a little more distressed, I would say, than the other two. I kind of like that because then I don't have to worry about keeping it, you know, pristine. I would get paint all over. In fact, mine does have paint on it already. And then I don't have to worry about it kind of looking messy. So I wanted to point that out. I'll list them by title on my shop so you can find them if you're interested. And while I'm here, I will show you one little thing I also just added to my Etsy shop. I printed off these pages. I hope there's no glare. There is a little bit of glare. From this book. Let me go back and forth, which is a notebook, student notebook from 1923, French. And it has beautiful pages that I cannot bear to take apart. So I had this idea to print them on vellum, and I think they came out really nice. So I decided to see if other people would like some of these lovely pages. The vellum is, I don't know the weight of it, but it's a nice weight. It's not too thin, it's not too thick, it's just right, as Goldilocks would say, and it tears easily because I've tried it. So I have a pack of 5. Look at that. I tried to pick some beautiful pages. Also available in my shop. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.